wipes have been. Wet wipes. The only one that has it was.
All right, it is 6 o'clock. It is Monday, December 18th. We'll call our meeting to order. Start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Next, we'll have the roll call.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Item 4 is approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Hollister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. We have no discussion, then take the roll.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Item 5 is public participation. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the council? Anyone on Zoom? Okay, if not, we'll move on. Next, we have presentations. Presentations tonight are city manager, councilman at large spot, first ward spot, third ward spot, and fifth ward spot, all being sworn into their duly elected positions.
Yep, thank you, Mayor, and I'll just add that as a matter of formality, we'll swear in one by one, and I'm only swearing in Mayor, and then you'll take the lead on the rest of these, but we'll, one by one, up by the flag, go through each of these, and I'll take a seat and turn it over to you after you're swearing in. Okay, raise your right hand. I, Tom Messerli,
I, Tom Messerli,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
and I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all the duties of the office of Maquoketa Mayor
discharge all the duties in the office of Maquoketa Mayor
in Jackson County
in Jackson County,
as now or hereafter required by law.
as now or hereafter required by law.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, well, Kevin.
Get to be first, huh? Guess should have probably dressed up with it.
All right, raise your right hand. Okay, I, Kevin Coleman,
I, Kevin Kuhlman,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and will faithfully and impartially,
and will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all duties in the office of Maquoketa City Councilman at Large,
can you say that again?
discharge all duties in the office
Discharge all duties in the office of at-large position for the city of Maquoketa,
Jackson County,
Jackson County,
now and hereafter as required by law.
now and hereafter as required by law.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Your right hand. I, Mark Lyon,
I, Mark Lyon,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
do the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all duties
discharge all duties
of the office of Maquoketa City Councilman,
of the office of Maquoketa City Councilman,
5th Ward,
5th Ward,
in Jackson County,
in Jackson County,
now and hereafter as required by law.
now and hereafter as required by law.
Congratulations. Right, raise your right hand. Right. I, Ginger Bennett,
I, Ginger Bennett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
of the office of Maquoketa Council,
of the office of Maquoketa Council,
First Ward,
First Ward,
in Jackson County,
in Jackson County,
now and hereafter as required by law.
now and hereafter as required by law.
All right, our last one, Caroline. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Caroline Ehlinger,
I, Caroline Ehlinger,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
that I will faithfully,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all duties
discharge all duties
of the office of Maquoketa City Council, Third Ward,
Office of City Council, Maquoketa, Iowa, Third Ward,
Jackson County,
Jackson County,
now and hereafter as required by law.
now and hereafter as required by law.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, both of you. And I'm sure Judy wants me to remind you that you need to sign those and get them back to her after the meeting. So don't run off with them. Okay, with that out of the way, we make it to public hearings, and we have none. Item 8 is our consent agenda, consisting of the minutes of the December 24th, 2023 regular city council meeting. Bills payable through March 4th, 2023 in the amount of $331,024.80. Our November financial reports and release of the housing rehab mortgage for 111 Western Avenue. A motion by Collister,
Second.
seconded by Ehlinger. Any discussion? Anything to add, Josh?
No, this is business as usual on the bills list.
Okay. If we have no discussion, then take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. We move on to old business. And that is an ordinance granting to Interstate Power and Light Company, its successors, and assigns a non-exclusive 25-year franchise to acquire, construct, erect, maintain, and operate an electrical system in the city of Maquoketa, Iowa, and to furnish and sell electric energy to the city and its inhabitants, and requiring said company to pay a franchise fee to the city of Maquoketa. And this is the second reading. Anything to add?
Thank you, Mayor, Council. I don't have anything further on this to add tonight. I'm assuming approval tonight. But the third reading on the next agenda, there'd be a resolution for electric on MMEU at that time. That hasn't been introduced yet. So just so you know, that is coming on the next agenda. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Collister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Hollister.
Yes.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item 10 is new business. A is a resolution adopting Maquoketa Municipal Airport Capital Improvement Plan. Go ahead.
Yep. Thank you, Mayor, Council. I think I'm going to take a few minutes to explain what's in your backup on a capital improvement plan. And Councilman Holm and Councilwoman Ehlinger with me, and Frank Allen's last Monday night with the Airport Commission and our airport consultant, McClure Engineering, who we've been with for quite a while. Routinely, we have to approve a capital improvement plan outside of what we have within our city to report to the FAA. And so years have gone by with land acquisition and engineering and all these advanced steps towards moving to get 500 feet of extra runway. And so that's going to be before you in the spring for bidding, construction approval, hopefully on a good bid. But when we look at capital improvement plans, these reports we send into the FAA really dictate what the FAA hopes to intend to fund in the future. So, you know, we had quite the meeting, long meeting last Monday night about what to fund, and they could probably add some comment on this too. But our general opinion is taking care of what we have. And we intentionally removed ideas of east-west runway, second runway, meaning land acquisition and some of these other things. And I'm not trying to discredit anyone, but with the cost of construction at even 10%, it's extraordinary for our city to handle. And so at this point, what you're approving here tonight is a plan for the FAA to say, hey, let's worry about pavement maintenance only, and let's worry about the concrete apron deck and some of these items. So that's why I kind of wanted to call out this item in a little bit more depth. Wanted to point you to your airport CIP, which is in the council packet of this meeting. If any of you have any questions in the future, I'd be happy to answer them. And Councilwoman and Councilman, if you have any comments to add into that discussion, I know you probably stayed later than you wanted, but I think it was an important discussion, and the Airport Commission was fairly supportive, and it didn't take much convincing to talk about let's make sure what we have is good and not think about some of these broader ideas.
Okay. Anything else?
Are you calling for a
Yeah,
motion?
I'll call for a motion.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Yes.
Okay, we have a second. A motion by Holmes, seconded by Ehlinger. If we have no more discussion, take the roll.
Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item B is a resolution directing the clerk to publish notice of hearing on the adoption of proposed code of ordinances of the City of Maquoketa. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. With this one, this has been Judy's baby for almost a year and a half. They certainly started talking about this before I arrived in December of 2021 even, but every 5 years, we have to do a codification. This is the first time we've used private contractors, Simmering and Corey, to do the work instead of ECIA. With that, we're aiming to host our code on their platform and to host it on our website with one quick button. And they're taking our code as it is and everything you've approved and transitioning it to their system. And they basically test our code for constitutionality against state and federal law. It's a required process. This item is to set a public hearing, to take in public comment, if any, to have some discussion, and then take a future action to adopt it as is. So it's a process that in DeKalb, where I came from, we didn't do because our executive assistant did it all the time, and she updated individual PDFs and constantly had her city attorney look at it, and then it posted to our website. So this wasn't necessarily an activity that we had to be looking at. So it's been something that's on my mind for the time I've been here, is how do you efficiently put on our city code for developers to look at, or home builders to look at building codes and these things, or we always get fireworks questions once a year about what are your codes for these things. It's not easy to find on our website, and to be frank, I haven't had a great PDF document to really work with, and so I'm looking forward to the conclusion of this project so that we can easily point people to where they need to be in our city code. And so I just want to share my screen for a minute on the Zoom just to kind of show my vision. I hope you had a chance to go through the hyperlink in this description to show what it will look like in the future. But as for a website's perspective, just stand by for just a minute. From a website perspective, what we'll eventually do is ask Civic Plus, who hosts our website, to code in a 7th button so it's even. So next to this minutes or agendas, or in between permits and forms, we have that button that says city code. It'd be similar to the library in that, or the YMCA. The YMCA links to an outside website for our YMCA. So you immediately go from our website to where our city code is hosted and can look up our codes. I think that's the most efficient way to do it. We continue to take questions, and I know a couple of you have brought questions to me about city code in the past. I hope to resolve that at the conclusion of this project. In the interim, we did mail out an attachment with our city code through this platform. I encourage you to review it. If you have any questions, please let us know, or if you have any questions for us now, feel free to ask, because we've been working on this for quite a while. We're just now at the point where it's ready to be considered.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister. Seconded by Kuhlman. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Ehlinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Move on to item C, which is a resolution approving purchase of a dump truck and an uplift kit.
And Mayor, Council, I'm going to turn this over to Frank to present.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this is the third out of the four 2009 dump trucks that is being replaced. The first one was replaced 3 years ago. The second one was replaced 2 years ago, which we have not received yet. We are supposed to receive it in March, so in April it'll be a full two years. This here truck is a Peterbilt. The low bid was an International that had a 1.5 year lead time, plus the, like the truck we're still waiting for was supposed to be here last August, which was an International. Now it's pushed out for the full 2 years on the waiting list. So our recommendation is to go with the Peterbilt, which has a 6-month lead time, and it costs roughly $7,000 more. As you recall, International came back about 2-3 months ago and wanted an extra $9,000 for the truck that we still have on order. So I guess what I'm saying is God only knows if we would wait a year and a half and go with the International, we probably would be paying the same amount for the International as we are for the Peterbilt.
So moved.
We have a motion by Colister. Who was the second? Mark was the second. And if we have any discussion, take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item D is a resolution approving a subrecipient agreement for the 2023 CBDG Community Facilities Award, number 23 CF003, with Child Development Incorporated, doing business as Sunshine Learning Center. Go ahead.
Mayor, Council, as you all well know, we did get that Sunshine Award, which is incredible news. Now enters the territory of, okay, well, how do you form agreements around what we've now been awarded, which is what this is and starting to. Mayor, myself, Sunshine staff, board member, our finance clerk, we did meet last week to discuss this attached agreement, to outline responsibilities. At least wanted to open up the space to them to ask questions about what we're getting into, much like the Maquoketa Art Experience and Innovate 120. So we went through that together, and I've highlighted some information that's key at this point. Again, it's a $600,000 grant overall package, $480 of it being CDBG dollars. We're committed by Resolution 2023-85 for $120 out of the ARPA fund to address this issue. We're expecting this to begin as soon as possible and start with design. And just to be clear, this is probably a 2, maybe even 3-year improvement project, and things will move slowly. But they have to work around an active business that cares for children, and that's to be expected. And their design consultant is familiar with this type of work. I think we're on the right path with this. And if you have any questions, please let us know.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Lyon. Second. Seconded by Rick Roll. Any discussion? And take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
All right, that motion passes. Item F is a discussion and possible motion approving a payment in the amount of $12,370.70 to Chig Fry Excavating for water main break at the Summit Street Bridge.
Missed first.
What?
E.
E, oh, okay, sorry about that. Next is we'll do item E. Item E is a resolution approving contract to ECIA, East Central Intergovernmental Association, for the 23 CF003 CDBG grant administration.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Like I just mentioned, we expect this to go 2, maybe even 3 years. this dollar amount is what you typically see in CDBG grants. In fact, it was 40 for facade improvement programs. It was 20 the previous year for YMCA. So this number's not inconsistent at all. Recommend this action so that they can address and manage this program.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Do we have any discussion? Then take the roll.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger, Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that does pass. Now we'll have a discussion of possible motion approving payment in the amount of $12,370.70 to Chig Fry Excavating for the water main break at the Summit Street Bridge.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is simply a follow-up to emergency purchasing. Jen did a good job trying to press on Portson and Chig Fry to get the work completed as quickly as we could before a major freeze occurred, like what we're kind of experiencing tonight. And this was the outcome. And so we didn't know what the total would be. We were told anywhere from 10 to 16, they thought, and Frank did a nice job overseeing the work to make sure that there were no abusive lunch breaks or anything like that. And long story short, they repaired a knuckle that had an object in it that was wearing down one of the joints for decades. And so that caused a slow leak, and it's repaired now. The trail and the sidewalk have been repaired at this point. Hopefully we don't have any further issues for the next 15 or 20 years. When I first heard news that this was an issue over there, all I could think to myself is, oh my God, that bridge is supposed to last another 15 or 20 years according to the health reports, and I was happy we didn't have to tear apart an entire abutment or anything. Approval recommended.
Okay,
So moved.
motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. We move on to item 11, which are reports and communications. Anything from anyone on the council?
I would like to say a few words.
Sure, go ahead.
This is my final session of my term on Maquoketa City Council, and there are a great many things that I can think of to say, but I've decided to follow the KISS principle. 4 years ago, I asked the people of the First Ward to elect me, and they did so, and for that I'm grateful. It's been an interesting and informative 4 years, and it's been my honor to be a part of this professionally minded council. My confidence level is high regarding our newly elected First Ward representative, Councilwoman Bennett, and the skills and abilities she brings with her. Thanks for stepping up. It's been a pleasure working with so many competent and capable city employees. We're fortunate to have these people with us. And finally, I'd like to leave this office with many reasons to say that I have many reasons to believe that Maquoketa is in positive, dedicated hands, and that the future is going to be prosperous. And as my last final act, I'm removing my name from the bench. Thanks to you all, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to have you on the council. Anything from the city manager?
Yeah, I just have a few things I have to communicate, and I certainly don't want to step on the toes of Dan because I think that was really nice and touching. But I just want to say thank you. You know, when issues come up, it's not easy to sit in the middle of what we have to do and being able to help explain some of the things the city does. We do have to talk a little bit about the FAA funding that's coming in. We have a disadvantaged business enterprise posting we had to put on our city website. The objective goal of that is 1.60% of that FAA funding has to go towards some disadvantaged business enterprises. That will be a review for the public tomorrow. And I just want to throw a little thank you to Chief Zimet. Last Wednesday, he, other departments, his department members hosted Shop with a Cop, and I'm told there were 12 kids the city supported at this event, others supported by other communities as well, and there's some thanks is probably owed to Maquoketa Walmart too for having that, again. So that was a program they did in DeKalb that was phenomenal, and I was super happy even last year to know that they did it here. It's a good look for our police department. And then I was just gonna add that, you know, with Christmas Eve and Christmas needing to be observed, City Hall, at least our side City Hall will be closed on Friday and of course Monday, opening back up Tuesday. So I don't know about MMEU. I asked today and they were still deciding whether or not they were gonna host hours or what amount of hours, so I can't speak for them, but just so you know, city business on the city side will be closed Friday and Monday. That's all I have.
Okay. Anybody else?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Kuhlman. Go ahead and take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl,
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
We're adjourned.